Hey Patty, you know what time it is?
I do.
It's time for a midweek update. Welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
Patty, can you believe it has been 2.5 years since we have posted a midweek update here on Travels with Delaney?
It seems like a long time.
But many of you probably have been following these midweek updates over on our sister channel, TWD Life. But we felt like after 2.5 years, maybe for those of you that didn't know we had another channel, maybe we should bring the midweek update back over.
Bring it on home.
For the time being, this is kind of a one-off, but let us know in the comments after you're done watching this. Would you like to see us doing, midweek updates, maybe like once a month or every other week on Travels with Delaney? And then the other weeks, they'll still be over on TWD Life. Let us know. Or do you prefer we just keep this back over where it's been for 2.5 years?
Right.
Anyway, and if this is your first midweek update, this is a segment we used to do regularly up until, well, we stopped on June of 2020, where we just kind of share with you our lives and what's been going on. So
What's going on?
So we just came off of a holiday weekend.
Yes.
And had a
Nice.
3-day weekend. We camped locally. We had a long drive.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, and our friends Jim and Abe and Mark and Karen joined us. It actually ended up being a really nice weekend weather-wise.
We got lucky on the weather. Actually, I know people might be upset that it was a little cloudy and cooler, but for camping, it was perfect. It was like fall camping.
Oh, it was great. We actually built a campfire.
Right, and you didn't feel like, because sometimes in the summer you want one, but you're hot, you don't want to get sticky and more sticky, and this was great. And with the cooler, it seemed like the mosquitoes kind of weren't around either, so that was nice too. So it did feel like a fall fire.
I found myself getting closer to the fire again as opposed to moving away.
Right.
And so, that was nice. And we ended up barbecuing chickens on Sunday. I actually have these pits. Some of you might remember from our very first season of Travels with Delaney, we headed out east and barbecued chickens at my cousin's house. And so we have these pits. We ended up doing 24 halves of chicken. And we use a family recipe for the sauce. It's a non-tomato based barbecue sauce. Yep. And so Abe and Mark were... They handled it. They did an awesome job. While they were doing the chickens, I was making the homemade ice cream. And so, we just had a really nice time this weekend. So,
and of course, you throw in a trip to Costco and, lots of laughs and,
really good time. And we're going to have a big announcement, but you're going to have to stay to the end of this midweek update. And it's a big announcement regarding our camp out at the end of the month, but we're going to hold off on that. So, Patty, over the weekend, I spent some money.
I know you did.
I was hanging out
not at Costco.
No, not at Costco. Jim and I were talking.
Yep.
And Jim, for those of you that don't know, our friend Jim Kuzman does sound for a living. And sound engineer. Yeah. And so we were talking because my buddy Russ and I have been talking about doing a podcast, Lederhosen and Kilt. We were talking, plus Patty and I have talked about doing a podcast for a really long time.
Right.
Because the great thing about podcasts, I listen to them all the time. I have an hour drive to work and an hour drive home. And I really enjoy listening to them because it's something, and typically with a podcast, you don't need the visual. So next thing I know, Jim was picking out podcast equipment and it's on its way. Coming soon. I don't know how soon, but hopefully by October, we will be producing, actually Jim's going to be the producer for it. Travels with Delaney, the podcast. And we will be putting out a podcast basically every other week, at least to start. So we're going to get our feet wet, try it out. And we're going to try to keep the podcast to about 30 minutes or less and just have conversations about hopefully topics that are important to you, but beyond just the RV. I mean, we're going to be sharing everything about us getting ready to change careers here in 2 years, to some of the struggles we have living here at Tall Pine Lodge. And so, I think it'll be fun. And we will talk about RVing too. I'd like to invite you to join us every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. for our coffee club. That means Travels with Delaney will be releasing a video like always, but our friends Jonathan Beckett, over at Tree Talker the Traveler, and Jerry and Teresa from Happy Place Diaries will also be launching their video at the same time, which means you can sit down on Sunday mornings and watch 3 great RV channels while you enjoy that morning cup of joe. We sure hope you'll join us starting this Sunday. What else, Patty? What's going on in your world?
In my world, teaching-wise, it's beginning of the year testing, and the kids are just like so excited. Not. We do this testing called NWA. It's a computer-based test, and to see where their skills are, and they have to do it with different classes, their core, which is like language, reading, math, and science. For 5th grade, and yeah, takes a couple days. It's all computer-based, and I'm rounding the end. I was the first one to take it on, and the reason I usually don't like to be the first one because sometimes the technology and myself don't get along. But we have a new gal on staff, and I thought, well, I'll step up to the plate and not let the first-year teacher have to do it, even though we call her the prodigy because she's, so good with technology. She's only 22. But yeah, went fine. I have 4 left because a couple were absent, so I think I did pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, managed that pretty good, and they tested pretty good, and their skills are right now looking, most of them are where they should be. So hopefully that wasn't like a fake, like a fake test, or if they just didn't guess the whole 3. I don't think they did though. So yeah, so it's good. Good scores overall, and it went fine. That's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Yeah, testing. Oh, we had a fog delay today.
Can't beat a fog delay.
Can't beat a fog delay, and I used my time wisely. I went in early, and because it's fall now, so I put up some fall decorations because it makes it more fun for me too to be in there because I'm in there all day to have stuff for the holidays or seasons. So yeah, and the kids noticed right away.
I have a feeling this weekend we're not going camping. We're on our we try to go every other weekend. I have a feeling Patty's going to make me get up in the attic and pull down the fall decorations for here.
So. I need to work on the flower beds. I noticed I think I'll do one last weeding, and then I'm calling it done. My mom and I talked on Sunday. That's what she's doing. She's done with weeding. And then I think I'll get out some fall. I don't do Halloween per se. I just like doing scarecrows and pumpkins, and I have some stuff in a new different garland for the fireplace and things like that. And then later we'll find real pumpkins for outside. We already got some mums. I guess that was over the weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, Costco actually had you could get one massive one.
It was huge
for $16.99, or you could get 4. I think they said 8-inch pots for $16.99. So we got 4 really nice mums.
But still, to get that mammoth one for $16, that's a good deal. But it was so huge, it was like tempting. But I thought,
it was almost too big for our area.
Well, and then I like to put them on our steps, like the edge of the steps for decoration, and they look really good. Yeah, we picked a good color. It's like that burgundy red color. It's really pretty. Yeah.
So, Patty, we have a final camp out of 2022 coming up. The 2 nights of the camp out are Friday, September 30th, Saturday night, October 1. Checking out on Sunday. For those of you who've never been to a camp out, they're absolutely free to come. We don't charge you anything. You just call, book your reservation, or go on the website to the campground, reserve a site, and it's just a time to get together with friends and camp.
Right.
Friday night we'll be doing our usual wine and cheese reception. Saturday night we're doing a boiled dinner, which will be good, and then everybody will bring side dishes and it'll be lots of food. And then Sunday morning, I'm planning to break out the kilt for the traditional pancake and sausage breakfast
in a kilt.
In a kilt. We're adding the kilt as a new tradition. So that is it. There are a few sites. There's not a lot of sites left, but there are a few sites. If you want to book a site, just go to camphappyacres.com. We're holding it in Angola, Indiana, at Happy Acres Campground. But again, the website is Camp Happy Acres. Really nice park, great owners. And but this camp out, which by the way, I should say thank you to First Texas. First Texas is the official sponsor for this final camp out. They are the makers of quality metal detectors under brands like Bounty Hunter, Fisher, and Technetics, and they are donating a metal detector that we will be giving away.
Awesome.
And then we have some great supporting sponsors. We're going to be giving away some Ultimate Cloths, some Bugs Off pads. We have some gas stops to give away. Gosh, what else am I forgetting?
Bob's Mug doing anything?
Pretty sure we're going to be giving away some Bob's Mug coffee.
Because they will be there.
They will be there. You can come and meet Bobby, April, and the kids.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a great time. But we're doing something. We've always had door prizes. We've always had pancakes.
But we're bringing entertainment.
This is the first camp out.
Do a jig. No,
No, we have live entertainment. So local musician Pat Taylor.
She is so good.
She is great. She sings
About anything.
about anything. For really, she was really good. She plays guitar, sings, tells stories in between. I talked to Angie over at the campground because we had seen her about 4 weeks ago. I said, Angie, could we hire her? Angie reached out. We're hiring her so that we can have our first ever live entertainment at a camp out.
She's just so easygoing lady. She is, I assume.
I think she's a retired teacher.
Second grade teacher.
Yep.
And she just sings beautifully, and she takes requests. It seemed like a lot of stuff that was kind of maybe more like mellow rock.
Yeah, folk.
Folky rock, oldies like 50s, 60s.
And sometimes she even puts her own spin on the songs with her own lyrics. So.
Like she does like the song, but to a silly lyric.
Yeah.
And she has cute little jokes. And I always like how she hands out the big
Well,
money.
don't give it all away.
You might win some big money.
Yeah. So anyway, we just wanted to share that information here. So there is only a few spots left. But if you're interested in joining us, again, September 30th, October 1st, go to camphappyacres.com, book yourself a site, and come on out, and we're going to have a great weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
All right, here's your little puppy update as we always do. Truman, Bess. Bess was up last night with an upset stomach, so she's a little tired along with Mom and Dad today.
Yes, and I don't know what she's eating. Whenever she eats something that she shouldn't, could be a leaf, whatever, it upsets her belly, and
All right. Well, again, let us know in the comments. Would you like to see more midweek updates here on Travels with Delaney? Or are you like, nope, keep them right, all of them right over on TWD Life. But we just thought it was time to maybe come back to this channel, at least every now and then, to update those of you that didn't even know we had a second channel.
We're even debating if we need to change the name.
Yeah, maybe we'll change it to a monthly update or... We
what's
might even
going on?
What's going on? Or what's up Wednesday? What's up Wednesdays? We can move it to Wednesdays. So let us know what you think. We always appreciate your comments and feedback.
Yep.
Until next week, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your week and a safe weekend. And we'll see you.
On down the road.
Bye.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.